Hey, this is Carlo of 4GQ TV here at St. Pete Comic Con, and I'm here with Snarky Jay. You guys may know her from her YouTube channel or Amazing Cosplay. She's been doing this for a while, but I'm not sure how long. So, Snarky Jay, when did you get started being creative in general?
I actually started cosplaying about 9 years ago. I've always liked crafting. I love working with my hands, but I always say I'm a nerd first and a cosplayer second. So for me, there just came a point where I was like, I need to embody these people. And if I can't go buy it at Spirit Halloween, I might as well build it. And I haven't stopped since.
What age would you say that you started?
16? Yeah.
And do you remember the very first cosplay you made?
I do. It was McCree from Overwatch. And it was, I never say it wasn't good because it was good for where I was at. And I'm so proud that I did it and so grateful that I even had the experience because that's what led to me basically finding my job and my passion for years. So honestly, I can almost chalk up my entire life to McCree from Overwatch, which is very weird, but that's the truth.
And then I saw you do something with Blizzard as well. So that was really cool.
Yeah, so years later, I get an opportunity from a buddy of mine. He's like, Blizzard needs cosplayers. And I was like, well, the only thing I have some pieces left of is McCree. So after 9 years almost, I had to remake an entire McCree cosplay. And so the character that got me into it is the first and only time I've ever been asked by the company that makes something to go out there and represent the character. So it was crazy. It was really cool.
That must have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
So over the years, you have become the CEO of Catwoman. You become known as Wonder Woman. Wow, there's just so much cosplay that you've done, like Optimus Prime. I'm looking at like Boba Fett. I'm looking, Rogue. So can you think of maybe some characters people don't know that you've done?
Ooh, I get a lot of requests for Zatanna from DC. I've been there, done that. Not a lot of people know about the Optimus Prime thing. I also do Lobo from DC, which is kind of unhinged, but it's almost easier to say the ones I haven't done at this point.
What would you say is your most favorite thing about cosplay and conventions?
I would say that you really just run into a lot of like-minded people. Cosplay for me opened up a lot of doors, confidence-wise and creativity-wise, but when it comes to conventions, I've made so many friends and met so many really nice people. And it's like you come out here and sure, you might have different opinions, but for the most part, you all love Wonder Woman, you all love Batman or whatever, and you can really connect with a lot of people because I personally feel like being into this kind of stuff is a little bit isolating. At least in my area, it's not a super common thing. So you come here and you're kind of at home and the people here become your family, and it's just a really nice feeling.
That's something I want to touch on is because there's a lot of great cosplayers that maybe haven't cosplayed yet. Maybe they're introverted or they're afraid to get out there, but they want to get out in character. So do you have any advice for them?
I think I probably have two pieces of advice. The first one sounds really corny, and it really is just to go have fun. I think a lot of people maybe are afraid and take this too seriously. My cosplay isn't perfect. I don't want to go out unless it's... Don't worry about that. You are great for where you're at right now. If you want to get better, get better. If you're happy with where you're at, be happy with where you're at, but just go and have a good time. I would say that's probably above all. But the other thing I would say is for people that want to become cosplayers, you have to let the love for whatever it is drive you. I have accomplished things that I did not think I could do purely because I was so obsessed with the character that I had to do it. So it's that love, it's that obsession. They say obsession breeds success. Let that happen. Let the character that you're so obsessed with just come from you and make it happen.
Throughout your journey of cosplaying, have you met any actors or celebrities that come up to you and they're like, hey, that's a great impression of me?
I've never met anybody that I was actively cosplaying, which has sucked. I have met Hayden Christensen while I was Padme. And so it was nice to meet Anakin while I was dressed as the tragic wife. That was great. Matt Mercer, I met dressed as McCree, actually, and he liked that. That was cool. I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people. Troy Baker, who voiced Batman in the Telltale series, that was like one of my favorite Batman. I met him dressed as Catwoman. So it's been a lot of fun. You meet a lot of really cool people.
Wow, Troy Baker, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures that's ever been taken.
So Right, as of right now, what would you say DC, okay, think of DC and Marvel. Favorite superhero for each and favorite supervillain for each.
Favorite DC hero is definitely Batman. Favorite villain is tough. I don't want to say Joker, but that's kind of where my mind goes, just because I love their dichotomy, and to me a well-written Joker is always fascinating. So I'm gonna go Batman and Joker, as basic as that is. And then on the Marvel side, can I say Winter Soldier's a hero? Am I allowed to say that?
Sure.
Winter Soldier for sure. And villain, Doctor Doom. I love Doctor Doom.
Nice. So I'm hoping the movie's good then. If you're a Doctor Doom fan, we gotta hope it's good.
I hope it is. I don't have much faith, but hey, you never know.
And I think this is important just to get out there too,
Sure.
is that I've met a lot of cosplayers, and you've been cosplaying a long time. And sometimes, you know, people at conventions, there should be cosplay etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
And could you explain to like people out there that maybe never been to a convention what that might be?
Sure. So, I understand that we all get really excited about things, but I think the important thing about cosplay etiquette is to remember that the person that's in the costume could literally bag your groceries tomorrow or could work in your office or whatever. We're all just people. And so, the same way you wouldn't just photograph somebody in the street because you like their outfit, it's always polite just to ask for photos, ask before you touch somebody. Some of us might have like body paint that isn't sealed or might not be comfortable with an arm around the shoulder. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got a story. So it's important to just treat people with respect and kindness above all. I've unfortunately had exchanges where people didn't like the character I was dressed as and therefore were exceedingly negative. You do not want to do. You also don't want to be perhaps more flirtatious than you would be normally because somebody's dressed as a character you happen to like. I know it's tempting, but just treat everybody like you would want your mom to be treated, I think is a good one. If you like your mom. If you don't like your mom, then don't live.
And then last question I have for you is, this is a favorite of our channel. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No, I don't really eat anything on pizza. It's kind of a hot take. If I get a pizza with anything on it, it's just like basil, prosciutto, and like extra tomato. I don't want pineapple on pizza. I don't like pineapple on anything though, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. It's really fun talking to you at every convention I see you at. You're an amazing cosplayer. You're always welcome to a lot of people, and I know sometimes people might be afraid to come up to you, but you're very open like a book, very nice, very polite, and I think that's important, like to be a model out there as far as the representation of cosplay, and you do that perfectly.
I do the best I can.